Basketball is very popular in the country and it's predominantly a male industry. And just to see girls getting into the sport, actually admiring or appreciating the basics of just dribbling a basketball, shooting it, and getting it through a hoop is already reward enough for me. And if it entails a brighter future for that young girl in the next 5-10 years and gives them a scholarship to play for a good university and get a good education, then I think that's a really good bonus. That's something to aspire to give to the future generation. I'm Valerie, Chua, and I'm currently the basketball program director for Girls Got Game. I started playing basketball honestly as early as I can remember. My family was really into it. My lolo would always watch games. We had the mini basketball court around the house all the time. So I grew up watching the game being around me. We have a business kasi as a family, and after office hours, they'd start playing basketball at around 5 p.m. and I'd always remember watching them all the time, wanting to join them. But obviously, I was the little kid back then. Nanonood lang ako in the background. So when I started getting older, the transition was just easy. When I went into high school, that's really the first time that I played competitive basketball, and the love started from there. And then eventually made it to the college team as well for the Ateneo. For high school, it was difficult in a sense na at that time when I was growing up, wala pa naman maraming camps that really catered to women's sports. So when you entered the basketball court to join a specific camp, it's always gonna be one girl and then everyone else are just guys. So it was hard in that sense na parang you really didn't have a blueprint that you could follow as a woman growing up. In terms of female role models, there weren't really a lot of basketball players at the time. Competitive basketball, especially in high school, parang doon pa lang nag-start at my senior year. There were organizations who wanted to engage more with the women athletes. They looked for the top high school players, at least for women at that time, and they tried to get us all in one court to play with each other, to practice with each other. And that's how I saw na parang, okay, there's a lot of women pala like me who also play. And if I want to be one of the best and if I want to play with them in the next level, which is collegiate basketball, I needed to practice better. I needed to be more focused overall. That's what gave me the motivation to work harder and eventually transition to the UAAP. My UAAP journey actually started in 2008. We were 7 rookies that entered the Ateneo team, which the previous year won the UAAP championship, and it was a lot of pressure for us at least. We had a new coach as well. It was a bigger learning curve for us. For me at the time, parang I didn't really get a lot of playing time my first 2 years, and I was really close to just giving up, and I really honestly wanted to just quit the team, quit the sport. Eventually, parang it was just realizing na, okay, just get through this day to day and just being completely persistent with your game every single day. Parang on my 3rd year at the time, I already made it to the starting lineup. So that kind of paved the way for me for the next 3 years, at least for my UAAP career. Na, okay, you just have to keep working hard. It doesn't have to happen right away, but as long as you kind of figure things out, get through the day-to-day stuff na you feel like sometimes it's not worth it, it eventually pays off in the long run. Girls Got Game was founded by Krizan and Nika. So Krizan is actually one of my close friends, and when they were starting up, they invited us, the basketball players, to volunteer in their program. Every quarter you volunteer in our camps, and then eventually they presented the idea to me of being part of the bigger core group and being in charge of the basketball program. Girls Got Game is an organization that empowers young women through sports, and we do this by conducting roving camps, not just Metro Manila but around the Philippines. So we teach volleyball, rugby, basketball, and football. And we target girls ages 10 to 12. And the reason for that is it's really the time where, as a woman or as a girl growing up, it's where everything kind of changes. So parang it's a good startup point for girls to get into their interests and hobbies. And we believe that through sports, it kind of teaches them the different qualities that will mold them into better women and better citizens of the country. We believe that a girl can break the cycle of poverty, and we believe this through the girl effect, and we were inspired by the girl effect, wherein a girl can make a difference in society in general. And the reason why we choose sports camps and the reason why we choose to teach different sports and do it through sports is because as athletes, these are the things that we experience firsthand growing up. And I believe most people in Girls Got Game would attest to the sport that they played in really made an impact to what they are now and how successful they are in their careers and in their life. As a program director for basketball, I'm in charge of creating the module that we use for the camps. So day-to-day stuff that we teach the girls, getting volunteers from the basketball community, getting them to volunteer and participate and share their own learnings from the sport. Through training the kids sa mga camps namin, we really highlight different values per community. And one of the things that we always make sure that we teach the kids is the respect and the discipline of not just the game but of others as well. We make sure that they treat their teammates well, and we make sure that they respect themselves enough to do the drills right, make sure that they listen to their coaches, they listen to everyone that's around Girls Got Game, in the hopes of kind of making sure na in the long run, parang they instill these values on them na, okay, I need to learn how to be disciplined enough to make sure that I can work on the goals that I want to achieve growing up. We use sports as sort of an equalizer na parang, okay, we can come from different backgrounds, we can come from different races, we can come from different religions. But at the end of the day, when we're on the same court and we're on the same playing field, we play as equals and we participate in this sport as equals and we learn as equals. Through Girls Got Game, we want to open the girls' eyes to the world of sports. As an organization, we want to make sure that we reach as many girls as we can, and we make sure that they know that these sports exist and that's something that they can choose to pursue, and hopefully they fall in love with one of these sports. The biggest goal for us is maybe in the long run, baka there's a national athlete that came from GGG or was discovered through GGG. I think one of the most memorable camps that we've ever done was our first Davao camp. Probably the most number of kids we've had up to date. We've had siguro mga 200 kids at the time, and you'd see kids from different parts of not just Davao but Mindanao travel hours and hours just to go to the camp and to learn the sport. And parang these are kids who are in communities that are in civil war or in the middle of gunshots and everything like that. Just to see them make it through the GGG camp and to see the joy in their faces, playing with other kids who are like me but also haven't really gone through what I have, and to see how parang at the end of all that, they felt good about themselves, they felt confident, they wanted to pursue the sport. Parang that's one of the most memorable parts of GGG and that I've really encountered. A lot of the feedback that we receive from the kids, parang we try to make sure that we get that already off the bat after the camp. We ask them if they want to pursue the sport, what did they learn, if they had fun, kung they see themselves pursuing a specific sport, what specific sport did they enjoy. And after every camp, we get a lot of Facebook messages from the kids that we taught. They message us on Facebook saying, thank you coach for coming here, thank you for teaching us. Ganito, gusto namin matuto pa mag-basketball, mag-volleyball, mag-soccer, mag-rugby. That in itself is something that we aim for and that we've already considered as a win. As a professional who actually works in the industry of basketball, I really want to pursue this as much as I can and as long as I can. But at the same time, as Girls Got Game, we try to make sure that there's always the next person who can teach the sport, and there's always that sustainability as an organization. GG is always open to everyone. Women out there who want to reach out and who want to help out, whether through sports or through different things in Girls Got Game, there's really always a place for you. As I work in the industry of basketball, I see WNBA players having more voices and I see them speaking up more. Everyone's very proactive nowadays, and you see that everyone's trying to be heard and speak up. As more women try to speak up and as more women excel in their own respective sports, it gives the girls of the next generation a wider range of role models that they can look up to.
Kapag sinabi mo kasing volleyball coach, minsan ang mga pumapasok sa isip ng tao, lalaki. Di natin alam na marami kasing mga female volleyball coach din na nag-a-aspire na makapagturo rin, take it into the next level. For me, I'm not just a player. I'm coaching them, I'm teaching them also. Hindi porket babae ako, hindi mo na kayang lumabas dun sa comfort zone mo rin. I'm Nicole Tiamzon. I'm the founder of Spike and Serve Philippines. Nag-start ako maglaro ng volleyball ng 10 years old pa ako kasi yung mommy ko, player siya before ng volleyball. And then tinry ko nung high school ako sa Siena, tinry kong sumali sa sports fest. Tapos doon na ako nakuha, nagtuloy-tuloy hanggang nung high school, nag-compete kami sa regionals and then saka ako pumasok ng UP year 2012. 5 years I played for UAAP and then dumiretso ako ng commercial league which is sa PVL. So right now, I'm part of the Bangko Perla Spikers. Yung volleyball kasi, iba kapag nakapalo ka, iba kapag nagko-compete ka rin. For me, yung volleyball kasi marami akong nakikilala na iba't ibang klase ng tao. May UAAP career. Kami yung batch na naabutan namin na hindi pa ganong kalaki yung support din sa team. Pero naabutan din namin yung pag-boom din talaga ng sport. Sa collegiate level, grabe yung disiplina eh. Kailangan mong disiplinahin yung sarili mo. Pagpa-prioritize mo ng mga kailangan gawin. Hindi biro yung paglalaro sa isang university rin, which really requires you to study talaga and to maintain a grade. And being a student athlete before, malaking sakripisyo siya. Pero it's all worth it. Kasi yung 5 years na yun, hindi mo na naman mababalikan eh. After kong graduate ng college, may times sa parang I was asking myself na, what's next for me? I feel empty. Parang may kulang eh. In a way na parang ayoko lang mag-stop sa paglalaro lang din. Because I want volleyball eh. Yun talaga yung gusto kong pursue. Out of nowhere, I feel there's a calling for me to really reach out to the communities. That started Spike and Serve. Spike and Serve Philippines is all about building communities through sports. Na-meet ko yung mga friends ko before, sabi ko, sige, subukan natin mag-start ng mga paliga lang na ako yung mag-hold. Tinry ko lang just to gather the communities, just to gather my old friends. 2017, we started conducting one-day league events. Makukuha dun sa event na yon, mapupunta sa mga free volleyball clinics. So the Spike is the event and then the Serve is giving free clinics to the kids here in Taytay. Noong November 2017, that's when I became part of the UNESCO. Became part of the UNESCO Asia Pacific Youth and Sport Task Force. That was 4 months pa lang yung Spike and Serve. And then, yung pagsali ko sa UNESCO, I'm one of the representatives ng Philippines nung time na yon sa conference namin. And then, mga kasama ko mga Southeast Asian. Nung nasa conference kami, we have to present kung ano ba yung ginagawa namin. Kasi we're using sport as a tool for community development. And for me, ako yung kaka-start pa lang. So parang ako, ito lang yung ginagawa ko for now. Unlike them, when you look at their presentations, their achievements, ang tagal na nila eh. And they're doing it full-time. Yung mga colleagues ko sa ibang bansa na sport and then poverty, sport and anti-trafficking, sitwasyon sa komunidad talaga. Paglabas ko dun sa conference na yun, marami akong natutunan eh. So i-apply ko rin sa akin. Lahat ng programs nila, long-term eh. Ang maganda doon, nakikita mo talaga yung impact, na-measure mo, na-evaluate mo, may data ka, may nangyayari talaga. So yun din yung gusto kong mangyari din sa akin, na hindi lang siya basta-basta. Nung March 2018, we did another program which is Gastro's development program. We tried inviting schools na rin and then nung June 2018, doon na kami nakakuha ng mga bata, mga teachers, mga parents na makakasama rin namin for the whole year. Sinumulan ko yun. Nag-reach out kami sa mga public schools. Pinuntahan namin yung mga principal. Nagbigay kami ng mga invitation letter. Took us 3 months to gather the kids, the teachers, the parents. Right now, meron kaming community na talaga dito. May mga bata kami, mga 24 kids dito sa mismong Taytay lang. Meron kaming 24 parents and then meron din kami mga hawak na teacher coaches. So parang we're building a community, we're building a family. We're hoping na parang yung program na to talagang ma-duplicate, ma-replicate namin sa the rest of bayan ng Rizal. And not just here. Pag natapos namin to, we want to go out din sa ibang provinces din ng Pilipinas. So what we do, first time ka makita ng bata, parang di mo alam kung may ilang ba sila, hindi mo alam kung mahihiya ba sa'yo. So you want to break the barrier. Yung ginagawa ko kasi, we design a program for a year talaga. We adjust kapag mga may exams, we cut the training. Siyempre, we want them to focus. But yung sa akin kasi, maybe preparing them also sa mga pwede nilang gawin talaga. Kasi we want to produce athletes din eh. Sa isang training day, we want to equip them, we want to prepare them na to be competitive then in a way. We're like building a grade school volleyball club here eh. Siyempre kapag pumunta na sila ng high school, hindi naman namin makokontrol din yan kung saan pupunta. So we want to create culture din ni spike and serve sa mga kids. Yeah, we're playing, but at the same time, natututo tayo, nagiging competitive din tayo in a way. Not just having fun, para hindi rin naman nawawala yung essence ng sport. In a way, yung pagiging competitive din nila, makakatulong din yun kasi sa kanila eh. I mean, in a good way, na makakatulong para makapasok din sila sa mga gusto nilang pasukan ng mga schools. We want to promote sports education din here sa mga communities natin dito. Gusto rin namin na yung mga parents maniwala that there's something unique and yung sports talaga, nakakapagpabago rin talaga ng buhay ng isang bata. Hindi yung gusto namin isulong din eh. Kasi marami naman kami, hindi lang naman ako mag-isa. So why not share it to them also? Para man lang ma-feel din ng mga kids na there's a lot of opportunities that you can do, especially when you're using sport. Sa ilang buwan na magkakasama na kami, we try to monitor them sa bahay nila, sa school nila. We get feedback from the parents, kamusta sila sa bahay. Napakalaking bagay daw na every Saturday. Imbes na magko-computer, matutulog, gumigising pa rin sila ng maaga kasi may training kami. Given na sila, pag Saturday, spike and serve, even the parents support their children sa ginagawa nila. Hindi ko alam kung bakit malapit yung puso ko sa mga bata. Nung bata ako, hindi pa kasi ganito yung attention sa mga kids. Wala naman ako nakikita ng mga gantong mga players before na bumabalik sa community nila to really be hands-on or try to reach out to them. So parang for me, napakalaking opportunity rin to sa akin na simulan na agad na maniwala sa mga bata. Kasi sila na yung next generation sa amin eh. Invest in the grassroots. Passing the knowledge to the other generation na talaga. Yun yung nakikita ko eh. Ano ba naman yung makita ka ng mga bata and prove to them na this is real. Hindi siya dream na parang yung mga nakikita mo lang din sa TV. Nai-inspire sila eh, na oh, this is possible. I can do this. I can be Ate Nicole, I can be whoever I want to be. Reaching out to them, giving them opportunities na hindi nila inaakala na pwede pala. Commitment. Yun yung value na parang gusto ko rin ituro sa kanila. Yung commitment din sa sarili nila, sa family nila, sa pag-aaral nila. Kasi mahirap siyang pagsabayin talaga. Parang yung commitment ko sa program din na to, hanggang kailan ako magtuturo ng mga ganito? Hanggang kailan sila a-attend sa mga session ko? It's like me asking myself when I was in second year college na hanggang kailan ko ba gagawin to? And then after I graduated, tinanong ko ulit yung sarili ko, hanggang kailan ako maglalaro? Minsan napapaisip ka din na hanggang kailan ba? Pero hanggat kaya ko, gagawin ko talaga. Yung pagiging atleta namin, hindi naglalast eh. Tumatanda kami, yung katawan namin bumibigay, pero yung pagtuturo kasi, yun yung hindi nawawala eh. So ako, I wanted to expand na hindi lang ako naglalaro. Gusto ko at the same time naglalaro ako for now and then nagtuturo kasi yun yung nakikita kong gagawin ko talaga for the next how many years of my life is reaching out to the communities, makita yung generation ng bata, yung pagbabago, and lalo-lalo na yung pag-grow ng volleyball dito sa Pilipinas.